Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. And somebody sent me a video of somebody that made this rope design. I actually made this one, but uh, so he knows how to make the rope. So I thought I'd share with that first. But he's got the only problem he has, he can't get rid of the void spot, like right here, because we're going to use our artistic media tool to get this curve. So I'm going to show him how to get rid of that. And I did it right here. And it looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this brush stroke first, and I'm going to just make a rectangle. I'm going to fill it in with this light color. Doesn't really matter what color you use right now. You could always change it. Then I'm going to take an ellipse. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Take an ellipse, and I'm going to draw an ellipse, and I'm going to place it about right in here. Now I've got my nudge distance set pretty low, so I can nudge this up to that edge. I'm actually going to color it brown and then take away the outline. And then I want to find the center of this funny yellow edge, and I go with the indexing line, and I got the midpoint. I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard, and I'm going to move this to about there to center. Now I'm going to grab both these. I'm going to go up to Effects and Blend. I'm going to blend them about 6 times, see what happens. Not quite there, almost. Let's go 7. That's what I like about the blend tool. You can up it and just change it. That looks pretty good. Now, real importantly, you need to go to Object and break the blend apart. And I would suggest going to Object and ungrouping them, because we're going to use this as a blend later, and it might cause you a problem if you don't. Control G to group them together, Control D to duplicate, and then mirror it. And then bring that one down to there. And because it's not a blend anymore, it will not cause you a problem. So kind of get it right in there. Now, this is how the gentleman in the video did it, and then I'm going to add a little more to it, but I'm going to Control G to group that, Control D to duplicate it, and then I'm going to put the other line at the end of I'm going to need the blend docker in just a second. And if you actually hit the control button when you did it, it would be right in the middle. But no fear, because we got the nudge factor set low, we just bring it in a little lower. Now, with the shift key selected, select both those, and we're going to blend like 30 times. And what we're looking, or what I would look for in this, we want the same amount of dots as we do the color. So we're going to do about 35 times. I'm going to kind of make it equal, make the dots equal to the space. That looks pretty good. Now, we don't have to break the blend apart on this, but what I am going to do is take out this excess area right here. So I'm going to grab that box. I'm going to go to Object and convert it to a curve. Then I'm going to get my shape tool, and I'm going to double click and add a node, and then I'm going to just back this node off and back this node off. And what I'm doing is, because when we make it, that yellow excess won't be hanging out in front of it. So I'm going to do the same thing to the back end. This is what I'm doing, a little bit different than the gentleman that made the video on how to do this. And just bring that in. Of course, you want to try to get all the nodes or all the little pieces of rope. Now, I nudge that up because my nudge factor is low. We're going to take this one, and you need to group it together, Control G. Then we're going to take the artistic media tool and get the paintbrush and have it set on custom. There's all kinds of different things, but have it custom, paintbrush. And there right here is a save. It's a floppy disk shape. And we're going to call this rope 0. Doesn't matter what you call it. Because now, whenever you use the artistic media tool, you're going to get that rope. Of course, we need to make it a lot thicker to get that rope effect. So, pretty cool. But here's what his problem was. And you know what? I am going to break this up. I don't like my videos so long. So I'm going to make a part 2 to this on how to correct this void spot. Hope hope that helped.